What's up guys, this is Aaron Stechauner. We're out right now with Interloper, also filling in for the Faceless. That's why I get to use this cool ass drum riser. Got a little bit more space on stage here. The kit I'm rocking this time is a Star Classic Maple by Tama. This is a kit I actually haven't taken out on the road for a couple of years, but I've had it since I was, I think, a freshman in high school. Just using one up, one down for the toms, 12-inch rack tom, 16-inch floor tom, 22-inch kick. And then for the Interloper set, I'm using this big black brass SLP snare. And then for the Faceless set, I use this little bit smaller depth SLP bronze snare, both by Tama. This one is a little bit fatter, tuned lower for the Interloper stuff because it's not super fast techie metal. And then the other one I have tuned higher for the Faceless set because it is fast techie metal. For my heads, on the batter of the toms, I've got these Remo, they're actually new this year. They're Emperor color tones. These ones are orange. You can get them in red, yellow, green. This one is the Power Stroke. It's the color tone, I think, they're gonna hate me. I think it's called the Smoke color, something like that. Also Remo. And then on the kick batter, I've got just a Power Stroke 3, just a clear one on there. Resonance on the toms, I've got Ambassador snare side resonant on here. And then I've got one of the fiber skins on the resonant of the kick. Just kind of looks classy, looks nice. Classy type of kick look. Cymbals are all Meinl. On the right here, on the right, I've got the Byzance 22-inch heavy hammered ride. It used to be the MB20 ride, and then they got rid of the line, but they still use this recipe for the Byzance. I've got this 20-inch pure alloy medium crash, 18-inch pure alloy medium crash, 18-inch Classic Customs Dark China, 14-inch Byzance medium hats, and then a pure alloy 10-inch splash. Both sets I'm using the same set of cymbals. I was contemplating using different sets of cymbals for this tour, for each band, kind of how I am with the snare. But on this run, I'm just using the same set for everything. So as far as hardware goes, I've got all Tama hardware. Most of it's Road Pro. I've got an Iron Cobra hi-hat stand over here. And then the pedals I'm using, I actually can't talk about yet because they're not out. They'll be out soon, so keep your eyes peeled, probably around January, February. Sticks I'm rocking on the Interloper set. I'm using these Vic Firth Core Master MS2. They're marching sticks. They're pretty fat and heavy, but I like playing longer, thicker sticks. And then for the Faceless set, I have been using, for the first time, X55Bs, also by Vic Firth. They're on the smaller side than I'm used to. They're still pretty long. I usually would use the Vic Firth metal sticks, but for the Faceless set, it's pretty long and it's really fast and hectic, so I've just kind of scaled down size a little bit to save my hands during the set. Throne is also a Tama. I think it's just called a first chair. Yeah, it's just called Tama first chair. Yeah, so I'm using Westone in-ear monitors. I've got the 3 driver, I believe. Super clear, really great sound, especially we're running a lot of things through our ears on the Faceless set, and I've got clarity with everything. These are cool little quick locks from Tama. They're just, instead of using the wing nut like you see here with this China, you know, where you have to twist it off and whatnot, you just squeeze the red and it comes off super easy. I've got stick bag. I always use to hold sticks in case I drop them. A lot of people have got, I think Vader makes this little cup that people put sticks in. I always just wrap my stick bag around my hi-hat. I've got a Roland RK30 trigger over here on my kick. I've got that running to the Roland TM2 module with a sample of my own that I've got on it. Nice sample, not too clicky. It's got a lot of low end. It kind of just sounds like a kick rather than your typical, you know, death metal on a plate kind of sound. What else have I got going on here? That's pretty much the rig. Just got a little mixer that I run through. I've been filming stuff every night, so I've got a camera over here and one that I set up over here. Other than that, can't really think of anything else. I've got a couple weights on the snare just to keep it from moving around, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty much everything. All right, guys, so stay tuned with Interloper on Interloper Official Gram on Instagram. Find us on Facebook. Find us on YouTube. We've got a new music video coming out probably in January or so. We've got some really cool show happening in January. Other tours lined up. Lots of announcements, lots of new music, albums coming out in the summertime probably, so just stay tuned for Interloper.